Hello, good afternoon, everybody. It's Monday, April 13th, 2026. It's 78 degrees out there. That is really something else. 78 degrees today out here in the Fox Valley, and that is something else. So, today we're going to talk about now it's Dr. Trump. You say, where did I get that from? Well, this is Donald's, Mr. Dr. Trump's evening, last night's evening Truth Social. He's claiming that he's a doctor here. That's what he claimed today. But you look at this closely, you would not say that. You can see sort of in the sky there, looks like angels. Some have said they're demons. I don't know. But it looks like some angelic beings up the top. His hands are glowing. He's wearing clothes like Jesus wore in the Middle East. And he's touching this person with a glowing hand that says he's got miraculous power. You would assume that by seeing that. And then there's a lady on the side, on the left side here, from where you're looking at, is praying, and I would say it's a messianic Trump, but he's denying that. He's saying that he was thinking he was a doctor here. Well, then he doesn't know much about the Bible because Jesus did do healing. He knows that, I think. And he was called the great physician. So Trump is claiming miraculous powers here. That's what he's doing. Those hands are glowing, folks. They're not some other type of normal hands. They're glowing like he has some supernatural power. So Donald today said he's a doctor. Do you believe that? Well, yeah. You might believe that, some of you. You got to understand what's going on here. This is not Dr. Trump. This is a narcissistic man who thinks he's got powers that he doesn't have. He thinks he can control everybody and control, even some would say he's trying to control the world by sending armed forces all over the world. And I think that's delusional. I think that's wrong for our country. And this picture really shows where are the Christian leaders standing up and saying this is blasphemy, what Trump is showing here. And it's not Dr. Trump. And if it is, it's a messianic Dr. Trump. So he knows that he's got hand glowing here and other things. Let's not buy the Kool-Aid, as they say. It's not Dr. Trump. Well, Donald also did over the weekend, he did something else. He put out something on his same site, same time yesterday. It was on Truth Social. He put out a post about the Pope. I'm going to take this down. You probably won't be able to see it. I'm going to give you just a few highlights of it. I'm going to give you some highlights of it here, but it was a Truth Social that he put out, and it was yesterday. And one of the first statements in this Truth Social post was, as I have it on the screen here, Pope Leo is weak on crime and terrible on foreign policy. And then he goes on for a few other things that he says, and he says, I guess the Pope thinks it's okay for Randy to have nuclear weapons. I never heard that before. I don't know where he dug that up. He also says he won in a landslide. Folks, you want to look that up? You don't have to. You remember maybe. I verified it again. It was 1.5% victory. It was under 50%. It was 49.8 to 48.3. It was close. That's not a landslide. So Donald is stretching stuff right here, and then he says he's reduced crime. Well, that was going down all the time, so he's got nothing to do with the crime. And then he says Leo wouldn't be in the Vatican if it wasn't for him, because all those cardinals decided to pick him to take on Trump. Yeah, right. That's his thinking on it, but that's nothing. It's not true. So he's trying to say that he's the reason for we have Pope Leo. He likes to take credit for so many different things. And in the end, he says Leo should get his act together. Yeah. So who should get his act together? Oh, yikes. I think it's Mr. Trump should get his act together. And I think Congress should get their act together. And I've talked about this many times, and I'm going to bring it up again. I think Congress should get their act together and do something real that can change people, and just it can change our country. We got to do it now. I've said this before, and I'm going to put it down in the bottom of the screen. I said call Congress or email Congress about impeaching President Trump. I think it should be now before the midterms, and if it doesn't get convicted, well, we'll be back in after the midterms with that. So I think it's got to be done now to show that it is a serious problem here. And I believe it is a serious problem. And here's the numbers that you can call to tell the congressman that you want some action here. Foster, Underwood, we have Senator Dick Durbin and Tammy Duckworth. I got them on the screen here. If you live out of our area here, where we originate, you can do the www.governmenttrack.us/Congress/members/ that will get you. It'll tell you how. That'll help you find your congressman if you don't know who your congressman is. So we should be acting here and tell them that we don't want this dementia, narcissistic man to run our government. He's got the codes for 1,500 strategic missiles. 1,500 missiles. Well, some say there's some people in between. I'm sure there are, but still, if he's for it, it could still go ahead. Things can get messed up. And we don't need Donald running with the nuclear codes. So call Congress and let's act on an impeachment of President Trump. And I think it actually will help out the Republicans in midterm too if they did do that, because I think they would stop the swelling. That's everybody against the Trump administration. So, or we got to do the war powers, or the 25th Amendment thing is it's ridiculous. That's not going to happen. because it requires J.D. Vance to work with the cabinet, and then after that, that needs 2/3 of the Congress is to approve that. Yeah, right. The House would be the problem on that one. So impeachment wouldn't do that. They only need a 50% vote on in the House, 50% plus one, and but we still need 2/3 of the senators. Though. So anyway, that's thinking on that. So that's what we just got to get the doctor out of there. We don't want this doctor because he doesn't know what he's doing. He's not a trained doctor. Let's get rid of this doctor. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, we've heard about the doctor, and I don't think he went to medical school. So let's get rid of Dr. Trump. So on Wednesday, we're gonna see Reverend Hasham is gonna be with us, and he's gonna give us some thoughts. He's gonna give us some thoughts about Lebanon. And so we'll welcome Reverend Hasham. I gotta work on some questions too for him. I'm putting them together here. But the situation in Lebanon is pretty dire, so we're going to talk with him about what's happening in Lebanon. So be with us at 5 on Wednesday. That's at 5 p.m. on Wednesday. So we thank you for taking a little time and listening with us. And if you want to contact me sometime and give us some idea for shows or things, you can contact me at this email here. So, the John Ross Show with the and dots, period, John, period, Ross, period, show, period, contact at Gmail. So you can give me a contact there if you wish. So that's what's happening here. So we'll see you then on Wednesday with Reverend Hasham Shabab, and we'll see you then. And till then, we'll just say a bye-bye, everybody, and we'll see you then on Wednesday. Bye-bye now, everybody.